Well, you know that across Ghana's 16 regions, voting starts today, special voting with the exception of Eastern and Western region. What's happening on ground? We are bringing you in real time, live updates on what's happening in the ground. But we want to start from right here in Accra, Yawaso West Wogon, where our colleague Kweku Asante is standing by with details of how it's faring so far. Kweku, if you can hear us, what can you report?
Well, the process so far, the Ayawaso West Wogon has been smooth. It's happening at the district police headquarters at Legon, just opposite the University of Ghana, where this poll is happening. Just about 935 voters that are expected to cast their vote. And as of now, a number of them have already cast their vote. In particular, both the candidates from the NPP and NDC have already been on the grounds. They've been trying to talk to the special voters as they come in to cast their vote. You see behind me a number of persons in the police, fire service, prison officers. I mean, this is special voting for security officers as well as journalists and other persons who have special duties on the day of election. They are the persons engaged in this special voting. And over here, we just expect about 935 voters to cast their vote by close of polling today. There are two polling stations here at the Ayawaso West Wogon Special Voting Center. There are two polling stations here, polling station B. The numbers equally divided so that the process can be very smooth in there. Early on, I had spoken to some of the candidates, in particular the Member of Parliament for Ayawaso West Wogon. She's still around. I'll get to her pretty shortly, as well as John Dumelo, who is seeking to snatch the seat from the Member of Parliament. This is a very closely contested election. In 2020, John Dumelo breached the gap for this constituency to a little over 2,000 votes. Mind you, in 2016, the gap was more than 10,000 votes when the Member of Parliament then had actually won the seat by more than 10,000 votes. John Dumelo, a first-timer in the representing the NDC, did bridge that vote to about 2,000. And when I spoke to him early on, he did say that he was expecting that he was going to win. So let me speak to the agent for John Dumelo here, Madugu, and try and get an understanding of how exactly the process has gone so far. Madugu, you're live on Joy News. How's the process been for you so far? How many have voted at this polling station?
The process has been quite smooth, and where I am, we have 98. The person voting now makes it 99 actually. 99 people have voted at this polling station. I don't know what's happening there, but here we are 99 people who have voted since morning.
So far the process has been smooth. There have been no eventualities. There's been absolutely nothing over here.
No, not at all. Not so far. Everything has been okay. I mean, we've been monitoring closely, you know, and being vigilant. So the process at our end is very okay.
Well, let me leave you to be vigilant and keep policing the process. That is the agent for John Dumelo here at polling station A, Center A, in terms of being able to get the process underway. I'll try and speak to some of the candidates who are still trying to get the buy-in of some of the voters as they come in. They try to have a conversation. The Member of Parliament, Lydia Sarah Malhassan, as well as the person who is seeking to win this. I'll walk over to them and try and get some of them to speak to us in terms of how exactly this is going. But like I was telling you, this is a constituency that the MPP really felt was a safe seat. They had won it with more than 10,000 votes in 2016. That gap was bridged to a little over 2,000 in 2020. And so we'll get to understand some of the key issues that have come up, the concerns. You see the Member of Parliament there with the constituency chairman and a number of persons. I'll try to speak to a number of them if I can do so briefly. The Member of Parliament, Lydia Sarah Malhassan. Honorable, it's good to have you live on Joy News. How's the process been for you so far?
So far, so very good. It's been smooth. It's going on well. And largely, this is how it's always been. About 1,000 or so, almost 1,970 of them voting here today. And they are security personnel. They enforce the law, so I don't expect anything else than smooth process throughout the day.
970 votes is crucial. There's an election that was won with a little over 2,000 votes in 2020, so this is crucial. How confident are you that when we... It's actually very key, very key. In fact, yes.
I know my colleagues who have been in Parliament with 3 votes. 2,000, almost 2,400 is no mean... Yes.
I agree. I mean,
let me tell you one thing. We've been winning this constituency not with larger margin until 2016. 2012 was 1,708 thereabout. So 2000, almost 2004, is not small. And I am confident, and I'm telling you that my constituents appreciate my hard work. They have come to accept the fact that Mommy, they call me Mommy, their MP is the one that is calm, that is cool, that is respectful, that is hardworking, and that has been accountable to them. They have seen the projects that are facilitated to this constituency. That within the last 4 years, my government has really prioritized education. My government has prioritized health. Businesses have been prioritized. So last week, less than 2 weeks ago, 80 STEMs were commissioned in this country. It tells you how serious this government is about education. Our children who hitherto were just, some of them were just wasting away because there was no support for them to continue their education, are now in school. And when you pass through SS, the next for you is tertiary. You don't need to stress your parents if your parents can't send you. You can take up the responsibility, take up the challenge, and come to tertiary by coming with your Ghana card. All you need is your Ghana card to access the loan, and bingo, you are going to go through. All you need, if you are physically challenged, Dr. Baumia is saying that you are not going to be stressed in paying your fees. The government will take it up if you vote for him to become the president. This is what we are talking about. We are talking about development. We are talking about this constituency. What have we done? 7 schools within this 4 years.
And I see that STEM school over there at East Legon. And I mean, talking about university, Legon is such a key battleground. The last election, students were not on campus, but this time around, they are there. There are those who said that they potentially will decide the election here. How strong are you on campus? You did have an event there with the First Lady. It was well attended. But how strong do you think you are on campus in terms of being able to win that seat?
We have always been strong on campus. MPP wins all the tertiary institutions. I tell you, the students on campus know their mom. The students on campus understand us. The students on campus know what I have done on campus, how well I have been with them. They are my children, they are my students, and I have engaged them severally across the length and breadth of campus. And for me, December 7th, they have assured me, they have assured the government that they have seen what has been done for them, and for them it is thank you vote on December 7th. They are coming to thank the government that made it possible for some of them who wouldn't have been there today. They have enjoyed and received and are beneficiaries of my over 2,000 scholarships that I have given between 2021 and now. They have accepted, they are happy with the halls that have been renovated for them, the reading rooms that we have supported them, the water that have been provided to them across campus, and they have assured me that Saturday they will do the needful. They are thanking us, they are thanking the government for bringing them this far.
Thank you very much. You heard Lydia Sarah Malasan, the Minister for Water, Sanitation and Water Resources, as well as the Member of Parliament incumbent. You want? She says she's really confident that she's going to win the seat. They've done a lot of things on campus and everywhere else. Campus is such a big battleground for the New Patriotic Party as well as the NDC. She was right when she did indicate that over the successive elections, the NPP have been winning, in particular from Mr. Jacko's time up until her time. They have been winning on campus. But John DeMello increasingly saying that he is confident that he's going to win there. I've seen him around. I wanted to also go to him, but I can't spot him again now, and we'll get to him also to try and get some understanding of what exactly they feel is going to go into this. They say that given the results of 2020, they are really confident that they are going to win this election. But over 900 persons so far have started casting their vote in the special election, and this 900 could potentially have a very big impact on this election. And both candidates, as you can see, they've been on the ground right from the start, and most of them are going to stay here up until the end. The constituency chairmen of both political parties have all been here, and they've been here on the grounds. They've been trying to speak to more and more people to try and get the buy-in of all the persons that have come in here. So, Sweetie Abochi, if you have any more questions for me, I'm happy to respond to them. But it's been a thoroughly smooth process so far. It's just a little over, let me look at the time, over 9. That means the process has been going on for 2 hours now, and more than 100 voters have voted, in particular the polling station A. More of them, exactly the same number on the other side. And we expect that by 5 p.m. when polling will close, most of the 950 plus persons that have to vote here at this polling station would have done so and cast their ballot.
Thank you so much, Kweku Asante, bringing us live updates from Ayawaso West Wogon constituency. Ben, where are we going next?
We'll head to Tamale Central, where Martina Bugri is standing by for us. Martina, if you can hear me, what is it shaping up like in Tamale Central as far as the special voting is concerned?
For this morning, I can tell that a lot of people are walking in to cast their vote. Currently, I'm at the Tamale Central Center, where police officers, journalists, and people who will be working on election day are casting their vote. We are expecting about 678 people to cast their votes this morning. As we speak now, we have had about 170 already who have gone through. There are no issues. I also visited the Tamale South and Tamale North constituencies. It's moving on orderly. We don't have any issue that has come out so far. We just spoke to the EC director, and he says that their monitoring shows everything is going on course. They don't have issues. He says that flashpoints identified have been handed over to the security, who have made security arrangements to ensure that election is voting is gone on smoothly in these areas.
And so nothing to report in terms of any issues. We've had concerns about ballot papers and all of that. Everything is okay as far as voting is concerned.
As far as this morning's own is concerned, so far nothing has come up. Those who have come in to vote have found their names and have cast their votes. And so for now, at the Tamale Central, no incident has happened yet.
All right. And voting started on time, right? My final bit to you.
Yes. The officials were actually early, but the party agents needed some time to get themselves organized before voting started. And so voting started 8 minutes after 7 instead of 7 o'clock, but the officials were here in time.
Martina, we're grateful that you could join us and walk us through what exactly is happening there. Martina Bugri, of course, Tamale Central, another crucial constituency, one that the NDC currently helms in the Tamale area. But from there, where are we headed?
Well, James Aveji is standing by at Osu Police Station right here in Accra. Let's come back to Accra. And James, let's head to you now and give us updates in terms of what's happening at Osu Police Station with the special voting.
Well, Sweetie, it's been some few minutes past 2 hours into the election, and the process has been peaceful so far. No key incident has been reported. But I'll come back to tell you about one of the voters who came here and couldn't find his name in the register, and so had to go back. But for those who may not know, the Korle-Klottey constituency is currently being represented in Parliament by the member, by Dr. Zaneto Ajiman-Rawling, and she is going into this contest with the parliamentary candidate for the New Patriotic Party, Valentino Norte. Now, if you come here, there are two different polling stations, police station, special voting center A as well as B. At the voting center A, 650 14 voters are expected to cast their ballot for today. At my last check, 150 out of that have cast their ballot so far. If you go to voting center B, 614 are expected to cast their ballots, and out of that, 125 cast their ballots so far. It's been smooth. I spoke with the member of parliament for the candidate for the New Patriotic Party earlier, and he indicated to me that the last time he was in this election was in 2016 as an independent candidate due to some major issues he picked with his party. But this year he's back on the ticket of the party, and he's hopeful that the words of the New Patriotic Party would speak, guaranteeing him his victory. And so that's the indication I got from him. The MP herself is also here, Dr. Zanetha Ajiman-Rawlings, trying to get her to speak to and know what her expectations are. She's been monitoring the process for over an hour now when she arrived here to pick her thoughts on what she make out of what we've experienced so far in the last 2 hours of the election. I have to indicate that the election actually started at exactly 7 o'clock. And Dr. Zanetha Ajiman-Rawlings is here with me. Let me pick her thoughts. Thanks for your time. You've been monitoring the process so far. What's your impression about what we've seen so far?
It's been very orderly so far, and I don't think there have been any complaints as yet with regard to people not finding their details or their data in the people. So it's a good start. The security service personnel are trickling in, coming in. I think it started early, and I think it will probably end early. I get the feeling that most people just want to have it open.
I mean, there's been a lot of incidents leading to today. Just yesterday, with the Electoral Commission, the back and forth with ballot papers and all of that. What do you make generally of all of those processes we've been through leading to today and even ahead of the December 7th?
Well, I think that it's good that because we're able to disseminate information, we are aware of what is actually happening. It's important because ultimately, at the end of the 7th December election, Ghanaians must trust the outcome that is announced by the EC. So the EC has to go the extra mile to set people's minds at ease that nothing untoward is happening, whether it's with regards to the delivery of ballot books, whether it's with regards to how the ballot papers are issued, whether it's with regards to what's happening with the people. The entire process, the counting, the collating, all of that. People must not have any doubt as to what the intention is. Because from the Constitution, the Electoral Commission has a job as to oversee and to be regulating this whole process. But they're not supposed to be perceived to be protecting one particular party. They're supposed to be neutral. They're supposed to be performing their duty with the level of integrity that we expect. Because this is an election where there's a lot of tension leading up to it. Seeing all the things that have happened in the last year, and I think it's important that when the election results are finally announced, the people of Ghana will accept them without any question as to integrity of or credibility of the.
Regardless, you still have trust in the process, and you're positive that this will deliver a third victory for you.
The process itself is not the issue. It's the human beings that are involved. That's why we have polling agents, and that's why we have people. So that's why we're all here. It's also to just add that added layer of scrutiny with regards to what's happening.
But you are assured of a victory come December 7, 8 when the results are declared?
Actually, by the grace of God, we've done everything possible and victory will be.
Thank you. Sweetie, so that's the NP. I was indicating to you earlier about an incident. A colleague journalist, my ours from the fourth estate, just left. He came to actually cast his ballot today. He approached the polling station and found out that his name is not in the register. What he's been told is that there was an information for him, for those journalists who want to cast their ballot today, to follow up their registration through the GJ to the Electoral Commission office to confirm their name. He said that that information didn't reach him, reason why he didn't follow up on that. And so he's gone back home without voting. That's one incident we've registered here where one person's name has not been in the voter register, for which reason he had to go back home. Apart from that, the process has been smooth, no incident of chaos, no incident of BV machine failing anyone. That's what we're experiencing here at the Kolikprote constituency voting center at the police station here.
Idea on what the next step would be for this colleague journalist who's unable to vote because he didn't know that he had to confirm through the GJA?
Yes.
How was the result finally? Yeah. Before he left, what was the information that he got on the next steps?
It has not been resolved, actually. So he said he's going back home and make out time early in the morning because he'll be on duty in the course of the day. So he wants to make out time early in the morning on December 7th to come back and check to know whether his name will be in the general election register, because we know that the EC said if you have registered for the special voting and you fail to vote, then you forfeit your vote because your name will not be in the general voter register for December 7. And so he's hopeful that when he comes back on December 7, he would be able to get his name in the register. Apart from that, and that means he will not be able to exercise his civic duty as a citizen.
James Aveji there, thank you so much for bringing us up to speed on what's happening. It appears everything is going on smoothly right now, Benjamin, but take us to our next polling station.
Well, we're staying here in Accra. We're heading to Jamestown now. Collins Frimpong is standing by for us. Collins, good morning. What can you report from where you are?
Good morning. So voting commenced here at Jamestown polling station exactly 7:02 a.m. and a total number of 530 people are expected to cast their votes here at Jamestown polling station in the Ododo-Diodio constituency. And as at now that I'm speaking to you, we have about 120 people who have come to vote. And also, things are going on well. No incident has happened there. Peace is prevailing here. I have the member of parliament, the parliamentary candidate for the NDC, Alfred Ashikwete here, that I want to speak to him to take his opinion on the process so far. Good morning.
Hello, gentlemen.
So far, how do you make of the process?
I think it's been, calm. It's been peaceful. It's going on well, and this is what we all long to see, even on the 7th of December.
So far, have you observed any issue with the processes that is happening?
Nothing negative so far. Everything has been good, like I said. So I think it's been running well. The agents are well positioned. The officers are trooping in, in their numbers, and I think it's quite encouraging.
And how sure are you that you are going to win this particular election?
I think you prophesied a few seconds ago when you called me the member of parliament before you confirmed. When you said, I said amen, because that is what is going to happen on the eve of the 7th of December. By 10 o'clock in the night, we'll be celebrating. And Ododo-Diodio is going to be the victor, because we need to unite this constituency in peace, just so we can help develop, the constituency. So, per the work I have done, the relationships I have built, the contacts, I know that we are winning this election with a record margin. Yeah.
So that's the parliamentary candidate for the NDC, Alfred Ashikwete. But before he came in, there was an incident where a voter, an immigration officer, came to cast her vote. She wanted to vote, but her name wasn't found in the register. But according to the district officer for Ashiedu Keteke, that's Eric Ochre, they were able to find a solution. Let's listen to the explanation that the district officer gave to us.
Yes, we commenced at exactly 2 minutes past 7 here. So far, I think everything is peaceful. People come, once you identify your name, you go through the process from the name reference table to the verification officer. Once you are verified, then you move to the presidential ballot table. Make sure your ballot is validated. You cast your vote, then move to the second ballot, that is the parliamentary. You take your ballot, make sure it's validated, and you cast it. After that, then you leave the center. Fortunately, unfortunately, we are not going to count the votes today. So at 5 we close, we send the ballot boxes to the police armory for safety until the 7th of December, where all the votes are collected and we can make it.
How many people are we expecting to cast their votes today?
The total number on the special voters list is 530. 530.
So for how many people do we have idea the number of people?
Yes. So far, I think 50 people have voted. As of now. More than 50 people have voted. So far, we've not had any challenge except to say one security officer came in. He couldn't find the name in the register. It is as a result of, I'm thinking that as he applied for the special voting, he didn't make a follow-up to see. Because he told me that he gave the name to an officer to be given to the EC. And I think they had been engaged on several platforms to make sure that your name is on the special voters list.
So we don't have any challenges so far?
No. So far we don't have any challenges. So far I think the process is smoothly being observed.
Your name and your...
My name is Eric Kochi, the District Electoral Officer for City.
Well, that's the last bit we had. Is there anything else you can report to us, or is it a wrap, at least from your end, Collins?
Again, please.
Is there anything else you'd like to let us know from Jamestown?
Please come again. I didn't hear you.
Okay, I think we can move on now and head to the Adenta area. Michael Ashale is standing by. Sweetie, would you like to take Michael?
Yes, Michael. So it looks like everywhere we've been so far, it's been calm. The processes are ongoing. What's happening at Adenta? What can you report? Michael Ashale, if you can hear me, the situation different from where you are in Adenta, right?
Well, Sweetie, I'm not exactly sure what exactly is happening across the country, but I can definitely give you a snapshot of what is happening at Adenta here. This is the Adenta Divisional Headquarters, superintending over the entire Adenta municipality and its environs here. I can tell you on the fact that since I got here early in the morning as 6:30, everything has been proceeding smoothly. Elections started, or voting started here exactly 7 a.m. Now, just to understand, what we have in Adenta is 2 polling stations that will be serving all those who have special duty on this polling station A and B. Shortly we interact with the electoral commission officer who will help us appreciate the number of. But early in the morning, the queues were building up. But just after about 30 minutes, those queues. So what we understand is that nobody from the queue, just a handful of people are here to finish pretty soon. But let's quickly interact with some of those who.
We will try to reconnect with Michael Ashale because the sound is very bad. He's trying to give us details on what happened so far and how the process is faring. But maybe, hopefully, we go back to it. But Benjamin, it appears so far it's smooth. Of course, this is a special voting for electoral officials, security officials, media men. But 2 incidents or 2 people so far who are unable to cast their votes today because of lack of confirmation, I understand. They had to confirm their, registration with the GJA, and that didn't happen. But how many of us knew that that was a process that needed to be checked?
That's the question. And I have never really, wanted to vote in the special voting. I want to, yes, I will be at work, but I also want to go on the ground and see for myself some of what is happening, which is why both of us are voting on the 7th. But I didn't know that was a part of the process, that there had to be some sort of affirmation from the GJA, which makes it pretty interesting because you want to disenfranchise as few people as possible, if any. You don't want anyone to be disenfranchised. So it's a sad development there on those two. But I found it interesting, some of these areas, if you look at Koliklote, if you look at Ayawasto West Wogon and the sort of how hot it has been since
Benjamin, you have
2016.
to hold your thoughts for me. We'll come back and discuss. But Eric Asante is standing by for us in Cape Coast. So let's go all the way there and see if the situation there is also as peaceful and calm as they've been reporting for us so far this morning. Eric, what can you report from the central region?
Sweetie, so in sharp contrast to what had been reported in the other regions, here in the central region, the Pedu polling station has been characterized by accusations and counter-accusations. Of course, the first to start on the accusations spree of the Member of Parliament for Cape Coast North constituency, Dr. Minta, who indicated that his compatriot, that's the PC for the MPP, Ekwewusi, was in party colours, and obviously something that negates the electoral rule. So those have been the accusations here at the Cape Coast South constituency. Thankfully, I have with me the man who is accusing his compatriot, that is Ekwewusi, of deliberately wearing party colours to woo voters here in the constituency. In a minute, we'll be joining him. But of course, the other constituency or the other polling stations that I visited, the situation has been very smooth. It takes close to 3 minutes for one to go through the process. Electoral Commission officers have mounted barricades to make sure that unauthorized persons don't get into the perimeters at the voting center. So all in all, everything is smooth here at the polling stations that I visited. So I have with me the Member of Parliament for Cape Coast North constituency. It's a swing region, it's a swing constituency, and he says that Ekwewusi deliberately has put on party colours to woo voters. You can confirm that?
Yes. Good morning to your viewers. I came to the center this morning, and then when I got here, the MPP parliamentary candidate was already here. Unfortunately, he was wearing party colours, which I thought was inappropriate. I reported to the returning officer, and it appears he's still here wearing the party colours. I'm giving you some few minutes to see whether or not he's still here, then that appropriate action will be taken, if indeed he did not respond to my query.
What does the rule say? Obviously, the rule is clear that you don't need to wear party colours. What are the sanctions?
Exactly, you're not supposed to wear party colours. Most times the RCC is responsible for decisions of certain nature. But the point is, if you really want to be a member of parliament, you should know the electoral process. You know that it is not allowed for you to put on party colours whenever there is any elections. You put it on, you've been cautioned, you've been asked to take it off, but you are still wearing it, showcasing how indisciplined you are, showcasing lack of integrity, showcasing your responsibility. And I think it is really, really upset to see a parliamentary candidate who's seeking the mandate to be representing the people of Cape Coast wearing party colours when there's elections.
Honourable, let's move away from the accusation. Of course, you are the member of
I don't think this is an accusation. You also saw that.
Well,
he's wearing party colours, right?
Well, so I can confirm that. Yes, let's move a little from the incident of someone wearing party colours. It's a swing region. You are coming in with someone who looks formidable. What are the grounds telling you, and what are your chances going into the 7th December?
What is the formidability of the individual? Apart from sharing money, salt, Maggi, rice, expired one as such, I don't think that there's nothing to talk about when we are comparing myself to him. What is the credibility that is bringing to the good people of Cape Coast? What is the integrity that is bringing to the good people of Cape Coast? He's just moving around sharing money, thinking that the good people of Cape Coast do not have conscience. We do have conscience. We have the elite constituency in Ghana, if I should say. Universities are here. We have second cycle institutions here. We have the nursing training. We have a technical university. And then I think that they are more discerning, and they will not fall for that trick. For the past 8 years, your government has been in power. They promised us airport. They promised us harbor. They promised us cocoa processing factory. None of these have been realized. So on what basis are you saying that this is a very formidable candidate? He was supposed to lobby his government to ensure that all the promises that they've given to the people of people will be fulfilled. He's done none of such. He had the opportunity to serve the region as the first vice chairman. He has been sacked. So on what basis does it look formidable?
So I'm Sweetie here in the Cape Coast, not constituency. The political activists have labeled it as one of the swing constituencies going to the 7th December. The political actors are saying it's a must-win, bubble or bust for both of them. We're looking forward to how events will unfold on the 7th of December 2020. But for the issues here in the central region, apart from the allegation, everything has been smooth since commencement at 7 a.m. at the various polling stations here in the central region.
Well, I think I'll need to correct this impression. One, what I said is not an allegation.
Right, there you have it. I wanted more clarity on whether or not the security personnel at the polling station had cited Ewusi in party colours and what their reaction would be to that. But I understand Michael Ashali has fixed his sound and is ready and standing by. Michael, so we lost you because the sound was bad.
Alaji, let's talk about your chances. I mean, what do you make of your chances this election? I mean, mainly since 2004, it's been between the MPP and NDC.
Yes. You see, you yourself are saying it, and Alhaji Razak, I'm telling you that in Adenta here, Adenta don't care whether you are who. Yeah, I contest 2016, then Adenta people say no, you are not ready. 2022 a contest for CPP parliament, they say no, but this 2024 they say no, this one there is too much. Alhaji, we must give it to you, then you also come, then you see what we can do, and they know what I can do, and I hope I can do it to Adenta people. Yeah.
I mean, we had people banding around statistics that some of them say, oh, they are targeting about 60% of the vote, 50% plus one, and all of that. I mean, what really is the target for the CPP and Alhaji?
Yeah, what they are saying, let them say it. You know, when you are going to war, don't say you are coming to lose. Everybody will say what is on me. I'm saying that this 2024, I'm coming to take it. I can't give you this number, but I'm coming to take the seat upon the who and them and who many. Ghanaians know and Adenta people know what I can do and what they will do for me. So for now, I can't say this percentage or this number. So I think it's cool. Yes.
Alhaji, I'm grateful. So you just heard the parliamentary candidate for CPP, Alhaji Razak, who says that he's hopeful that as a swing constituency, the people will give him the nod this time round to go through the process. The parliamentary candidate for the MPP, Kusia Main, is also around conducting an interview as it stands now. But just to let people appreciate the process as it is here at Adenta, when you come through, you have to join a pretty short queue. Then after that, you have to check with your name, whether it's in the register or not. Then if it is, then you go on, you are issued a ballot. Then you have to take your, an indelible ink will be put on your fingers to show that you have been here, you have gone through the exercise, so you don't have to do that anywhere else again. And then you exercise your franchise, you fold the ballot, you put it inside the ballot box, then you are done. Really should be topmost 5 minutes, then you should be out of this place. But quickly, I'll interact with the presiding officer for the electoral commissioner. I'm trying to find him here, but when I do, definitely I'll talk to him. But I don't know if Robert is around, but I'll quickly try to fetch him here. But a few more people are also coming through. Bossman, what's your name? You are Farik. Frank. Oh, Frank. Yes. This is the first time you are exercise your franchise?
No, not my first time. I voted 2020.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And in 2020 was this special voting?
No, by then I did on the 7th. Yes.
So this time, why are you joining the special voting?
Yes, because I'm an EC official.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so I just wanted to do my voting today so that probably on Saturday I'll have myself for the job at hand.
So are you now just coming?
Yes, I'm just working in.
Oh, okay, then I'll definitely be around and monitoring. If you finish the process, then we'll have another conversation about it. But so far so good. You've heard from the CPP parliamentary candidate, and shortly we'll also be interacting. Mr. Roberts. Mr. Roberts.
Well, from there, let's head to the Ayawaso Central area. Prince Kudoga is standing by for us. Prince, good morning. Let's try one more time. Prince Kudoga, can you hear me? So if you can hear me, Prince, what can you report from where you are?
So, Ben, at the Ayawasu Central constituency, the special voting is taking place at the ATTC Accra Technical Training Center. The center has, the constituency has 2 centers, A and B. Put together, the constituency have 767 registered special voters happening here today. The election started exactly at 7 a.m. as stated. The EC officials were here at exactly 7, and the process started. As at now, there are no hinges. The process is smoothly going on. Earlier, something spectacular that happened here was that I saw both NDC and MPP, reps here bringing breakfast for the EC officials. So both parties giving breakfast. But we've been speaking to the parliamentary candidate for the NDC, Rauf, who says that the Ayawasu Central is an MPP seat since 1992. NDC won only once, and since then is the MPP who has been occupying this seat. The NDC parliamentary candidate is just banging this notion that this is a strong seat for the MPP. He says that they are all starting from 0 in this year's election. He's very confident that they will, take the seat from the MPP in this constituency. So we are moving on to
Comments coming through from Prince Kudoga there.
Have you had breakfast?
There's a bit of a hitch, but he says breakfast being provided by both political parties for the EC officials, something they shouldn't be doing, actually.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be doing that. But anyway, it makes for interesting accounting. Do we have Prince back? Prince, can you hear me? Prince.
Special voter.
All right, we'll try to reconnect with Prince Kudoga. Let's try one last time.
Come here, and then your pictures are ticked. Then you are verified over here. Your biometrics are verified over here. Then you move on to Then you move on to the booth where it's your secrecy. You do that, and then you cast your ballot over there. Now let's speak to the EC official over here. Hello.
All right, we are encountering a number of challenges with Prince Kudoga's feed. We'll try to get back to Prince later. But let's engage Precious Semevo, who also joins the conversation. Precious, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
What exactly is happening in Sunyani East currently?
Yes, Sunyani East, the election actually started at 7 p.m. as mandated by the laws. So far, as at 9:45, the exercise has been smooth and peaceful as at now in the Sunyani East constituency, one of the 2 constituencies in the Bono region where we have 2 polling centers. Sunyani East has 2, Wenchi constituency also has 2 centers. Now, in the Sunyani East constituency, we have 1,137 expected individuals to cast their votes on this day. But let me just talk to the Sunyani East electoral officer, Winifred Ejekum, who joins me here. Madam, thanks for joining us here on Joy News. The exercise, from what I've witnessed, has been peaceful. Run us through how it has been from 7 a.m.
Okay, good morning, listeners. We started the elections at 7. We gave out everything we needed to the political parties. And so far, everything has been very well. Parties well organized, they are very cooperative. And the media is also around helping. The security so far, they are.
You with Precious Semevo in Sunyani East. We'll try to rework the line. Sweetie Abochu will take us to Nanaya.
Yeah, I'm actually very eager to hear what Nanaya Ojima can report for us this morning. Nanaya Ojima is at the Central Police Station in Kumasi. Nanaya, take us away. What's happening? Nanaya Ojima, we understand you're standing at the Central Police Station in Kumasi. What's happening there?
So welcome to the police headquarters in the Ashanti region, in Kumasi to be precise, and this is where the electorate in the Menchia constituency, who are supposed to be part of the special voting, are taking the election. And exactly at 7 a.m. the election started here at the Subin constituency, and as you can see, there are a lot of security personnel in the queue going through the process to cast their ballots in favor of their preferred candidates. There are two different polling stations here in the police station. That's the police headquarters in the Ashanti region, and each of the polling stations here have 690 people on the electoral register. So far, more than 100 electorates have cast their ballot in each of the two polling stations that are located here. Already seated are some election observers, some from Kodeo and others from the ECOWAS. Also, each of the candidates that are in the election, the presidential, have their representatives here overseeing things for themselves, and those also who are in the parliamentary race have their people here also overseeing the election. So far, things have been very, very calm. When I engaged with the electoral officers earlier, they say they were expecting the numbers to show up as they are seeing this morning. Everything is under control. They've not had any challenges so far with the biometric machines and other things that have been deployed for these elections. Things here are so calm as expected. In the Ashanti region, over 20,000 people are supposed to vote in the 54 polling stations that have been earmarked for this particular exercise. I have with me one colleague, a media practitioner, who has also been going through some of the polling stations, and he has raised some concerns with the process so far. Sir, welcome to Joy News.
Thank you, my dear brother.
What are some of the issues that you've seen going through some of the polling stations today?
Of course, we need to be really thankful to God for giving us the chance to even have today's duty as well. But on going around, I've seen some people who are not, of course, party agent or observers, yet you see them around the place. I don't know what duty they have, but from my point of view, I don't think they're supposed to be here. And if this is going to continue to the 7th December, I don't think these things will be right. It could easily have chaos. So I'm only appealing to the IGP and his men to stand up to the task to ensure that discipline is at its best. And I believe really well, if they're able to instill this into the citizenry, everything will be work perfectly. So at the end of the day, nobody will have anything to complain. That is what I'm appealing to the IGP. Of course.
So there are some gentlemen and ladies who are not supposed to be part of this election, but presently they are within the polling station. So to my far right are some of the people. They stand there and just have conversation among themselves, and to him it's a worry that should be looked at. Earlier we had an independent parliamentary candidate, Mr. J.B. Dankwa, who was here to witness the proceedings so far. He was impressed by what he was saying, and according to him, so far the turnout has been good, and he's expecting that about 90% of the people on the register will come in here, cast their ballots for a very peaceful process. This is Nanaya Ojima from the Subin constituency.
Well, thank you so much, Nanaya Ojima, bringing us also live updates on the special voting in Kumasi. Benjamin, how are we ending this segment?
We're going all the way to Wa. Rafiq Salam is standing by. Rafiq, what can you tell us about the process so far in Wa? If you heard me, Rafiq Salam, I want to know how the process is shaping up in Wa this morning.
In the Upper West region, a total of 2,825 persons are expected to take part in this special voting today. And so out of this number, 967 of them are expected to cast their ballot in 2 polling centers at Circuit Court A and Circuit Court B. And so these polling centers, each of them is having 483 and 484 voters respectively. And so, as I speak to you now, the presiding officer is telling us that everything at the polling centers is going on smoothly. They have not experienced any irregularity. And then as I talk to you now, about 2 hours since voting started, they have registered about 100 of voters who have cast their ballots so far. So it's been peaceful in the West Central constituency of the Upper West region.
Well, thank you very much, Rafiq Salam, for bringing us the scoop. As the day wears on, we'll find out what happens in there. But this has been a bit of coverage for you as far as the special voting exercise is concerned, sweetie.
Yes, Benjamin. And of course, you want to trust us because we are your election headquarters. Around the world, across Ghana's 16 regions, we will bring you live updates on what's happening from today all the way to the 9th or 10th of December when hopefully we'll be electing a new president for the country. Benjamin.